Hi guys, welcome to my channel SAP Lobby. Today we'll discuss on the quality notification. So in this session we'll discuss on the overview of notification. In coming session we'll discuss how to do the configuration of new notification. So the quality notification in SAP being used for different purpose. Okay, so basically it used for capturing and processing of different type of problems or problems or defects which are identified during inspection. Okay, and that defect might be from poor quality or any damage or due because of packaging issue. Okay, so different because of different that reason that defect has created. Okay, and quality notification also utilized to analyze the record defects and perform the root cause analysis of these problems. So it helps to analyze the internal and external problem. So any for both type of problems we can analyze through this quality notification. Okay, and this basically in the quality notification basically used to analyze like customer complaints, complaint against the supplier or internal problem. Okay, so these three types of basically quality notification used to handle these three types of problems. Okay, and this quality notification used to capture the individual defect items. Like suppose you found a defect suppose you receive the material from supplier, and when you some your quality people inspect and they got the some damage in the product. Okay, so that defect, any damage on particular person where it damage, so that defect you can record in the quality notification. Okay, so that you can refer, like when you in future when you analyze that quality notification, you can refer that what defect has happened. Even you can give the text also in the quality notification. Okay, so the details you can got from the quality notification. Second is it will identify the reference object. So like when you suppose reference object means like suppose when you got the material from the supplier and you got that defect, that there will be your reference object will be your purchase order or line item. So those reference object you can update in the current notification. So that will be record what is the defect and what is the reference object through through with reference to which you are getting the material. Okay, and it will be give the problem explanation. You can explain your problems there with defect, and you can explain the problems in the, so the all can be recorded in the quality notification. Okay, and specification and your corrective action. So you have recorded the defect, you recorded your cause, why you on your initial analysis, what is your cause of that defect, you can record that cause also. And then you can record also corrective action, what is your corrective action for that defect. Okay, that action also you can put the details in that quality in quality notification. Okay, and you can track that corrective action. Suppose your corrective action being carried out by the multiple stakeholder. Okay, multiple stakeholder. So there you can track that implementation of corrective action. Okay, and even there is the function like to send the details of the corrective action to the particular
authorized person to validate, approve. So those type of workflow also you can we can add on the quality notification. Okay. There like capture all the activities, tasks that carried out to fix the problem. So these are the basic functionality of quality notification. So these are the transaction code like QM01 to create the quality notification, QM02 change the quality notification, and QM03 to display the quality notification. Okay. So these are the transaction code to create the quality notification. Let me go to the system. So today we'll discuss on the standard quality notification. In the coming session, we'll discuss how to do the config the new quality notification, because sometimes what happens, standard quality notification uh, uh, did not maybe some business need as per their process, they need the custom quality notification as per their process. So how to config the new quality notification, that will discuss on the uh, coming session. Today I'll show how is in the standard quality notification. So in the system standard, like for supplier related, we'll have the quality notification Q2, and for customer complaint Q1, and one more quality notification for internal complaints. Okay. So transaction is QM01. Okay. In QM01, if you go to drop down, so there are notification also being same transaction being used on other area like projects, other area also same transaction is being used, but for quality notification, this quality notification type will be differentiated from for the quality notification. Okay. So if you look at Q1 is the customer complaint, Q2 the complaint against vendor, and Q3 is internal problems. Okay. So suppose if I choose customer complaint, okay, if I enter, so it will give a pop-up. Here you can give your reference object like which document, gr document against you have the complaint. Okay. And or purchase document, all these things you can give here. Okay. So now I'm skipping, I'm not giving anything. So here you will see, you will get the reference object. Okay. Reference document you can give the, if suppose you have any reference notification number, purchase document number, metal document number, all the things you can add here. Okay. And here you can give the, your material, if you have metal has the revision level, plant, batch, if you have the batch. Okay. And if vendor have any specific metal number, the vendor metal number, all the things you can give here. And then purchase organization, purchase group, work center, plant for work center and work center. Okay. So these are the of reference object, first step. Okay. And then, so if you look at, there are tabs are there, item, task, like this. So we can also customize all these steps as per our requirement. Okay. So that we'll discuss on the coming session. And if you look subject, like what kind of failure mode, here you can give the details of your problems, you can describe your problem. Okay. And quantity, how much quantity have issue, reference quantity, and
defected quantity, everything you can give here. Okay, if you have any kind of document, you can attach here, document you can attach here. Okay, and processing, like you can give the priority, what is the priority of this defect. Okay, and here, like vendor and its contact person, vendor contact person or manufacturer contact person. Okay, you can give here. And in items, so here you can give your defect details, what is the defect. So this, like this defect will be part of the configuration. There we have to, under the catalog code, we generally put the defect code. What are the this is predefined defect code in the system. Okay, so if I go here, so here if you look at the different defects are there, these are the under this, suppose if I go defect location, here you will get different defects. So these are predefined in the system. Okay, that need to do the configuration in the system. Okay, so here, so all the thing need to do the configuration. And similarly, cause for defect, code group defect, this is, so this is type of defect. Okay, what kind of defect type. So this details of defect you can add here. Okay, and this is like you can classify the defect, like what major defect you can classify here. Okay, and then after once you update all the defect, so if you look at cause, task, activities, so in cause step you can add the your, what is the cause of your defect. Suppose if I add one. Okay, so here you can add the cause. So this cause also, like uh, cause also part of configuration. Okay, here we need to do the pre-configuration for the cause. So cause you can give the all the, suppose if I took one cause here. Okay, you can give the cause. Okay, here you can add some text if you want any text. Okay, and then after now we added the defect, cause, then task. In task you have to mention what kind of action required. Okay, here you can add the predefined task. Okay, suppose here if you say replace bearing. Okay, something like this. Okay, so here if you add the task, so if you task status will be generated, and here you can give the responsible person's name. So who the different, if you look at different task processor, department, manufacturer, coordinator, vendor, so all this type of processor, here you can give the your person name. Okay, and then here, so with the status you can track the your action. Okay, so accordingly action, the status will be update. Okay, and here activity, what the activity will do perform. Okay,
that activity you can add here. Okay, like replace. So what particular activity, and when it will be like it will be specify, it will go on bottom of the your activity, I mean every micro level activity being recorded here. Okay, so uh, there we add the activity like replace the uh, bearing, sorry, there is one here, replace the so this we add the task. For this task, what are the activity required? Okay, that activity you can add here. Okay, so these are the things we can record in this quality notification. Okay, and then if you save it, so it will be uh, it will generate one number. Quality notification will be generate one number, and it can be changed with the transaction QM02, and you can display that in the QM03. Okay, and it can be update by the authorized person. Okay, so this is all about the quality notification functionality, quality notification functionality activity. Okay, so in our coming session we'll see how to configure the new tabs, I mean sorry, new, how to custom the new quality notification. Okay, and how to like even we'll cover, also we'll do one session how to do create this action box. Okay, hope you like this video, so keep watching. So in coming session we'll discuss more on this quality notification. Thank you for watching.